It's time to talk about campfire cooking knives. We have tested just about every knife currently available that was designed specifically for campfire food prep. Then we picked 4 of our favorites. One of the criteria for this video was that the knives needed to have a sheath to be considered. So we tossed a few on our belts. Those of us that brought them are in the waistband of our super sexy shorts. Then we started this fiasco off with shots of us hiking through the woods in a futile attempt to separate ourselves from the hordes of tabletop knife reviewers cluttering up YouTube. Lots of hiking shots, man. We really went deep into the woods. We even have a close-up. Kelly stomping across the creek in slow motion. That's how you know we're serious. Man, look at that. Now she's hiking up a creek. This review is getting intense. Look at that camera work. All right, I think I got it, but it's a little shaky because I had to use one hand. All right, now that you've had a peek behind the scenes that shows the professionalism that we approach every video shoot with, we're going to take a minute and pour a drink of some Colonel Taylor we've been saving for this video, which means we've actually been saving it for over a year because this video is taken forever because every time we start in a location, a forest fire happens and we got to go find a new place to shoot. So we've been working on this one for a minute and we're finally there. So this video is going to be a little different. We're going to be narrating this video from the table, then cutting to footage of us actually using the different knives and explain what's going on. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully it makes sense. Let's jump into it with the first knife, the Off-Grid Sierra. I'm gonna go through the specs.
All right, Off-Grid Sierra is a 6-ish inch blade of 14C28 in Sandvik steel. One we're showing here is a stonewash finish with Coyote G10 scales. So this one is a beast. This is the second one actually that Off-Grid made for, third technically that Off-Grid made for outdoor camp cooking. The other one being the Off-Grid Grizzly, which has gone through 2 variations, and you'll see that later. But as you can see by my slow motion 90s kid in a toy commercial face here, this is a solid like camping knife. Like we batoned with it, we carved with it, and it just killed it. Like at everything.
Stop the video right there. I almost wore that same shirt, and we could have done a who wore it better like poll on Twitter or something. I would totally have won.
Yeah, I think Kelly backed out because she was afraid of losing.
Right, for sure. That's what's going on. Look at her chopping that stuff. This knife was not designed for chopping.
No.
The designer specifically told us no chopping, no batoning, and so we did it immediately anyway. And it actually held up super well, but don't do that. We just wanted to see if it could. It can't throw a spark to save its life.
I actually forgot because I thought it was going to do really well. But no,
at throwing spark. It did pretty well at other bushcraft tasks, even though it is absolutely not a bushcraft knife. It's too thin behind the edge. This is what it does well.
Yeah, too thin for feather sticking like really well. This is kind of what it was made for. Nothing makes you realize how much of a sweaty, balding old man you are, like watching you cut a bell pepper in slow motion.
Next to a campfire in the summer.
Next to a campfire in the summer.
Yeah.
It is the summer. What a miserable shoot that looks like.
Yeah.
There I am doing a julienne cut of a bell pepper without having a pan to throw it in. That was fun.
I'm going to stop this right here because we've had people ask. We're often just cutting on the tops of tree stumps because we are dirty hillbillies and we never bring a cutting board, rarely bring a cutting board. And so people have asked if we like clean them off first or like disinfect them or something. And I thought about maybe pouring cheap whiskey over the top, but that seemed like a waste. And Kelly told us to quit being little bitches. So now we just straight up cut on it and then we drink whiskey immediately after to disinfect ourselves. You know, science.
That's what our doctor told us.
Right. Back into it.
This is not the best representation of it cutting meat. This is what it looks like when you cut meat and you don't know what you're going to do with the meat afterwards.
We ate it.
We ate it. We just
here. That was a better one.
That
still
was nice.
Better.
Here we go.
Here's some.
Now we look like professionals when you can't see us moving. Oh, the sheaths. Off-grid sheaths are really good.
Let's stop it there.
Okay,
yeah. Let's talk about that. Like that's it. See how it's hanging low.
Oh. Yeah. Let's make sure we're getting this. Pull that off.
Oh.
So you've got the sear right there. I mean, we'll have better footage of it in there, but.
Let's see. So here's the sheath. You can see the drop down add-on here. It's not an add-on, it actually comes with it. It used to be an add-on, but it's got a little drop down so it sits low the way that they should. It's got a thumb ramp, like all off-grid fixed blades have a thumb ramp, which we love. I wish more people would use this. It's great. But anyway, this off-grid Sierra, for just like camp cooking and not doing other things, although it does all right, this is tough to beat. And the sheath is a big part of that. Off-grid does sheaths well.
Knocking all the knives over here already.
We need a bigger table.
Move that in.
Let's see. I think we're about to jump next into the.
Here we go.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, one more sheath shot showing the thumb wrap. All right.
Bush slicer.
Condor bush slicer.
So the Condor bush slicer is a 6.5-inch convex blade, 1095 steel with a micarta handle. This is, I think, the first like big cleaver blade we got with like a notch in the back.
And it was designed for bushcraft tasks, and it's hell on wheels with man. We've used it to set up a lot of campfires, including one time in a hurry in the rain.
That's true. I forgot about that. So yeah, it's anything that involves taking wood apart. It's really good for food prep. It's okay. It's not going to cut anything really fine, you know.
And the handle is a bushcraft knife handle.
Yeah, but
Kelly struggled with this a bit, but in her defense, she's not really a make a sandwich kind of girl. She's more a cut a bitch kind of girl. She likes chopping things and doing bushcraft things. She's not really into kitchen knives. We're the kitchen knife guys.
And it does.
But it did well. I mean, it did mushrooms way better than I thought.
You know what it did really well on? I think we have footage of it coming up. But yeah, meat is what it felt pretty nice on.
Which is no surprise because the designer Julio Diaz seems like.
Yeah. Well,
he knows a thing or two about barbecue.
Convex edges tend to be good for cutting meat because it kind of pushes the slices away. Okay, I guess
I'm going to stop it here. This sheath is a stroke of genius. This was, I think this might have been our first experience with the thumb ramp, actually. I don't know, did he do this before off-grid?
With a really good thumb ramp,
yeah.
Yeah, this was before off-grid.
I think you've got it over there.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, it's on your side.
I was too busy looking at her footage. Okay, so this is kind of Julio Diaz's thing, is designing sheaths. I think he does like aftermarket stuff a lot. So
it's a versatile thing. Like you can horizontal carry it if you're bigger than. I mean, we did horizontal carry it, but it's a little big for.
There's a picture of us doing it, I think. So this is kind of a neat. I have to do this two-handed. So this will unbutton, and it kind of comes up that way, so you can wrap that around a belt and it sits pretty tight. I always just kind of use that part, but it draws really comfortably. That thumb ramp works really well. The retention is pretty good, even for
and it's almost 4 years old, and the retention, and we have taken this on a lot of camp and hiking trips, and the retention is still good. Is one of the best sheaths we have.
I guess we got all the chips we put in it.
Yeah, I ground them out.
I was kind of show proof of use.
Yeah, no, we have chipped it once or twice.
But anyway, this is one of our most used knives, and the sheath is still trucking on.
Yeah, let's see what's next. I think there's a little. Oh, there's the horizontal carry of it. Vertical carry. It does not ship with the ferro rod. Yeah, and there's Kelly trying out the sheath.
Trying to look prettier.
Bam! Off-grid Grizzly.
This was our first outdoor kitchen knife love. So that is the V2 is a Sandvik 14C28 in handle. That's the V1, which was Oz 8 and you can't get any more, but that's what all of our footage is for.
And here's worthless footage, but it looks cool in slow-mo.
Yeah, we really need
It
to
doesn't
cut
really
off
prove
cut in
anything.
half.
But and this is where I feel this knife shines, like
Yeah.
potatoes, onions.
It doesn't look like it because I'm cutting left-handed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I look like an idiot.
Making sacrifices for the
Yeah.
video.
This is one of the few times we brought a cutting board. That's our end grain cutting board, too.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Stir fry.
Yeah, so usually our stir fries with that thing look a lot nicer than that. I can cut super fine. I actually keep this in my kitchen sometimes.
What do you call this?
I don't know what they call it, but it's just peeling the onion. You just use the spine of
Anyway,
it.
the spine works great for that. And it,
Hot mushroom cutting action there.
I mean, some knives suck at cutting mushrooms. This one,
They do, yeah. This, I haven't really found a food yet that it doesn't
and the
handle
sheath
well.
is really similar to the Sierras, the off-grid Sierra. Like thumb ramp, drop down. It sits low. Like it's really nice when you're working around the campfire and you can pull the knife out,
sitting over
drop
there.
it back into your sheath. Where is it?
Coyote one right there, I think.
No, that's
That's the Sierra.
yeah.
Maybe we don't have it up here. Never mind.
Anyway,
Nope.
oh, it is there. That's
My
right.
bad. Make sure I'm getting this right. So, kind of a similar deal. You've got that drop rig there. You've got that
Loop, belt loop.
the loop there. You have the thumb ramp, which works pretty well. Still has pretty good retention. This one hasn't gotten as much use as the others, but I don't know if you can.
Yeah,
kinda
we
see how
have a lot
thin
of Grizzlies.
that is. Can you see that full grain? Anyway, that's what it looks like in not 4K footage.
No, this footage is 4K.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't mess around. All right.
look at us getting fancy.
Yeah, we'll jump back in. All right. And then there's 3 versions of this thing. Let's jump back to that.
All right. Well, three colors. I think they're all the same materials.
Yeah.
So it's you've got the all black finish with the black handle. You've got the coyote
Black handle and stone or satin blade.
satin blade, and then coyote with the stone wash.
Right. And then all the blackout version.
In case you want to match it with your outfit,
Right. Yeah, which we do pretty much every time.
which all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, the Maxsa. This is the newest one.
The Maxsa Blade.
Maxsa Blade, because they couldn't be bothered. So this is kind of, I don't know, maybe the lowest effort knife on here.
Lowest effort on our part. We haven't been testing it as much.
Yeah,
as
that
the
too,
others.
but-
It's the newest.
Oz 10 blade, which you don't see that often if it isn't cold steel.
I'm gonna stop it here.
6.5 inches with a micarta handle and G10 liners, so there's a little bit of nice detail work. This thing actually ended up being kind of a cool like bushcrafting thing. It threw spark like
Did
Champ.
everything well other than feather sticking.
so.
Yeah, really
that
good spark.
jimping on it is a nightmare. I hate using it with my thumb, but it will tear up a ferro rod.
The tall blade is great to use as a spatula, which we did several times.
Yeah. Especially because I didn't really care about chipping the blade on this. It's like sub $100,
Here's Kelly getting a tomato. Oh, we did cut meat with this.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah, and it did pretty well.
It was fine. I think I was a few beers in at that point too. Oh, the bonus knife! I forgot about.
Let's
that.
go back.
right.
Talk about the Maxsa a little bit more. Like the one issue. Let's actually. Where is it?
I don't think.
No, it's right there.
Oh, we do have it. Okay.
Yeah. So the one problem, the main problem with the Maxsa is the lack of a belt loop.
Yeah. There's
Because
nothing.
just working around a campfire, even a barbecue grill, having it on your loop, or if you're hiking in, just
Yeah,
being
so
able to
it's-
carry down your hip.
Just that thing.
So that's a toss it in the backpack type of knife. Toss it in the I don't know, glove compartment or something if you're heading out.
Some people take rolls,
Right.
knife rolls. So actually, one thing I forgot too is it's the only one on here that has sloped bolsters.
Pinch grip friendly.
So it feels nicer than most of them. And see if I can do that.
I think
while
we
I'm
have
out.
shots of pinch gripping.
Oh, we might. Okay. But anyway, it's nice here. Also, this does a pretty decent job opening beers. I think not as well as
but it does do a decent job opening beers, and actually better than the Bush Slicer, which we need footage of. But it
I don't remember doing that comparison.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's pretty much just feather sticking as far as bushcraft tasks go that it struggled with. Everything else did pretty well.
Yeah, it chopped okay, but I remember it had a habit of like biting into it pretty hard. Unless the wood was really dry, it just like sank in and you had to yank it back.
And the
out.
handle was not designed for chopping. It's a little on the short side for that. It was designed for cutting food. There's always a compromise. And they straddled the compromise pretty well. I think we talked about that in our last video. But
yeah, for the price, I think it's all right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like.
They're off to a great start for their first one, especially. I mean, their first attempt. I won't say attempt because they accomplished it, but their first knife out, Maxsa beat most of the market, including some much more expensive ones. So kudos, Maxsa.
Yeah, keep going. Let's see what you do next. The Kizer something. Kizer.
It's unpronounceable. Yeah, let's stop this while we
Okay.
talk about the dumbass name.
I gotta. So.
What's it? Let's try to pronounce it. That'll be fun. Oh, say it.
Oh, you always make it sound like you're gonna say Mariposa, which
Right.
would have been an okay.
That would have been a better name.
for it. Metaproptizol. Metaproptizol.
It sounds like a diabetes drug or something.
Yeah, it sounds like something you'd need to talk to your doctor about.
It's a great knife, and it is a terrible name. This is
that
what
would make
happens
you
when you let knife designers
piss blood.
name. Some knife designers are okay at names, but really a marketing department should handle this. And I don't know how Kizer let this fly. But it's a great knife design. It's a great price. I think it's like 70 or 80
Do
bucks.
you have it over there? Or do I have it over here?
I've got it. I did have it.
We had it in here.
No, I totally had it in here.
Anyway, I'm gonna roll the footage while you look for that. So, not really designed for
Here.
cooking. Oh, okay, you found it. But it has a full flat grind, which makes it pretty nice. The sheath.
Yeah, let's talk about
Kizer
the sheath.
I got it. Kizer does a cool thing with a lot of their fixed blade sheaths.
So the belt attachment moves, and we've only had this for 6 months or so, but it holds in place really well, similar to tops. And so if you want to carry this horizontally, it's a little on the big side for me, but like if you want to carry this horizontally or vertically, it's really easy. And a lot of knives that do this, when they're in vertical carry, they sit too high. This does not. This sits pretty low. So kudos to Kizer for this design. This design is great. D2 steel blade. So, for the money, not bad. Micarta handle. Impressive beast with a terrible name. Kizer, if you need help with names, call us. Like, we got it. This is like, let's talk about search engine optimization just for a second. Like, somebody.
Because that's what
let's
people
nerd out.
tune
Yeah.
in for.
But you see this knife in a video, you want to search for it, you want to buy it, you try to type it in. Like, you can't find this knife because no one can remember the name. Great knife, terrible name. That should be the tagline for this. We should be their marketing department.
If we were going to write a review of it, that would be...
It will. We might. Yeah, great knife, terrible. No one will find the review because they can't search for it.
Yeah. I would say they could have left the name at Kizer Meta, but I don't know if that would...
No.
I don't know how that would fly. So, actually, one more thing. I don't know if I'll be able to get this to show up. Kizer lists this as a Tonto. And, yeah, okay. You can kind of see that extra grind there at the tip, which they're using to justify.
It's a drop point.
So, like, I guess...
it looks like a drop point to me.
I mean, if we're calling anything that has, like, an adjusted grind at the tip a Tonto, then that's what this is. And, like, I don't know, we need something to indicate that it has, like, that going on up there. We didn't really test what this can do. I did scrape with it a little bit.
I mean, this is a camping chef knife.
Yeah.
Thing, so. And it wasn't designed. I don't think that was its main design. This is a camping knife. We just were messing with it and we're like, oh wow, this does a great job with food. But, tall blade, pretty thin behind the edge.
To be clear, we like this knife. This is a cool knife.
We hate the name.
It does a lot of neat things. It has like a nice bite to it. It cuts and slices really well. I think we chopped with it.
And then it looks really cool, by a campfire.
Yeah.
Even though it's got kind of modern lines on the handle, like kind of curvy.
A little bit.
They didn't bother me as much as they normally do.
It feels kind of like modernized old school. Oh, that's the last
That's
one.
it. We're done.
Okay.
We're done. That's all we got. Anyway, this was a little disjointed, drunk, and fun. We will see you guys next week. I think we have a podcast coming out next week, and then we'll jump into review after that.
With Sam of NDCNC, right?
Yep.
I think that's the next one.
Oh, and then we're going to read our hate mail the week after that. We're working on that. We're going to...
Oh, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Some people are pretty funny. Anyway, nice talking. Peace out. See you guys.
I think the whiskey was better than that podcast.
Yeah.